What's up, guys? Welcome back to a new video here. And over the last few days, we've gotten some pretty shocking news coming out that the Trump administration is apparently considering invading Mexico. Yeah, you heard that correctly. The Trump administration is planning to invade Mexico. Like, that's like done. Like, they're 100% going to do that. The only question at this point is how much to invade Mexico? Shocking news, and I'm going to read you guys a full quote from the text, guys. Donald Trump and his team are reportedly debating how much to invade Mexico once he takes office, a new report claims. Trump and his transition team are discussing a soft invasion, quote unquote. Yeah, soft invasion, just like the Russian invasion of Ukraine, right? Special military operation, soft invasion of the country, Rolling Stone reports. These conversations come after Trump promised to wage war on drug cartels in Mexico, both during his first term and on the campaign trail. It is true, guys, that Trump has said he plans to go after the drug cartels in Mexico, and he's considered airstrikes, for example, and even that is extremely controversial and up for debate. But now they're talking about actual invasion of Mexico. And guys, just for people who do not know this, Mexico is the number one trading partner of the United States. And there is basically no scenario I see that the Mexican president is going to allow United States troops into their country and basically run rampant and kill supposed drug cartel members. I find that very hard to believe. And basically, they're saying, we don't know how far this is going to go. Like, what do you mean, how far of an invasion? Like, deep into the country? And guys, just to be clear, Trump campaigned on an anti war message. Yesterday, he's talking about how, yeah, we're going to reclaim the Panama Canal. What? The Panama Canal, guys, has not been under U.S. control in since the 1800s. And now but he says, "Yeah, they should give us the Panama Canal back." And you're actually seeing a number of MAGA people on Twitter and social media basically saying, "We should reclaim the Panama Canal." Like, through military force is the obvious implication there. Shocking stuff. Again, the key point is he campaigned on an anti-war message. We talked about how Iran, for example, they're considering striking nuclear facilities. Now we're seeing they're going to invade Mexico. What the hell is going on here? This is not what the American people signed up for. This is extremely concerning. They're considering to wage war on the drug cartels in Mexico. But again, guys, I don't think it's if you're sending U.S. troops into Mexico, you're not just declaring war on the cartels. You're declaring war on Mexico. If you're sending their troops in to their border without their permission, like, what are we even talking about? And we're seeing a little bit of increase in the rhetoric, guys. Again, I was very strong with Mexico. I spoke to the new president, who's a lovely woman, a wonderful woman, but I said, you can't do this to our country anymore. We're not going to take it anymore. Whoa. But I've informed Mexico that it just cannot continue. We're not going to let it continue. The U.S. has lost 300,000 people in the last year. And again, Trump and his team are reportedly discussing a potential invasion of Mexico, debating how much to invade once he takes office. And again, he's promised to wage war against the actual cartels. But this is the first time, as far as I'm aware, that he's talked about actually going into Mexico with American troops. That's war, guys. That's war. And this comes at the heels of, again, we're talking about Iran and other inflammatory rhetoric against some of these countries. And here's a direct line from the article, guys. Trump's cabinet picks, which is also the super key thing, guys, because it's not just Trump himself who is promoting this. His cabinet is full of hawks. His national security advisor, Mike Waltz, Marco Rubio, Secretary of State, all of these guys have generally hawkish views towards Mexico, which is why I think this is actually a reality and maybe not just bluster. Because he's been talking about this for quite a while now in terms of going after the cartels in Mexico. Trump's cabinet picks, including his choices for Secretary of Defense, which is Pete Hegseth, and Secretary of State, have publicly supported the idea of potentially unleashing the U.S. military in Mexico. So again, the top key military brass in the United States is all on board with this plan. Just to give, again, it gives it a lot of credibility, and I don't think this is just bluster. So is the man Trump has tapped to be his national security advisor, again, Waltz. So is the man Trump selected as his border czar, Tom Homan, of course, extremely hawkish on immigration. He's going to be the guy who's going to be deporting everybody to lead his immigration crackdown. So with various Trump allies in Congress and the media. Trump, who has routinely and in the article and falsely promoted himself as a candidate who would stop endless wars, now wants to lead a new conflict just south of our nation's border. But at this moment, it is, in the words of one Trump advisor, unclear how far he'll go in this one. If things don't change, the president still believes it's necessary to take some kind of military action against these killers. Again, guys, the Mexican government is not going to just allow the U.S. troops in. So now we're talking not just with the cartels, we can see some sort of military confrontation with Mexican soldiers. What are we even talking about here? again, he campaigned on endless war. That's the key point I'm trying to make. It's not like he came in on a neoconservative platform saying we're gonna nation build. That's not what he was saying. That's why I think this is so insane to me. But again, I think it's super interesting. And if it was just going after the cartels itself, it would be a different story in terms of taking some sort of economic action. But the fact that we're talking about actual U.S. troops, it just seems over the top. It's wild stuff, the situation we're in now. It really is, guys. It's unbelievable. But that's what I got for you. Trump considering war with Mexico as soon as he takes office. So pretty wild update. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Super good in the algorithm. Got major things coming up over the next few weeks in terms of major guests, which you guys are really going to enjoy, and major news stories. So again, wild stuff going on in the world right now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Thanks.